So, what is storytelling, I hear you think? Well, there are a good few types of storytelling, but here are four common. Now, I'm not going to sit here and word bomb you, but what I will do is tell you four elements of good and bad storytelling. Let's start off with bad storytelling.
Have you ever been captivated by a story so engrossed that you felt like you were right there experiencing it firsthand? That's the power of storytelling. It's a timeless art that has the ability to transport us into different worlds, evoke emotions, and inspire action. In today's fast paced world, where information is abundant and attention spans are short, storytelling remains a powerful tool. By weaving together narratives, we can connect with our audience on a deeper level, leaving a lasting impression. But what makes a good story? How can we craft tales that resonate with our listeners? Today, I'm going to be talking about the power of storytelling and how we can unlock the magic behind a well-told story. I'm also going to be talking about how to tell engaging stories and the steps that we can take to create engaging stories. I'll also be giving my favorite examples of good storytellers. Why is storytelling so powerful? Storytelling can trigger emotions. Well-crafted stories can evoke a wide range of emotions from joy and laughter to sadness and anger, creating a deep connection with the audience. When we feel these emotions, we are more likely to be engaged and remember the story. It also helps build relationships. Sharing personal stories can strengthen bonds between individuals and create a sense of community. By sharing our experiences, we connect with others on a deeper level, fostering empathy and understanding. It also helps in education. Storytelling can make learning more engaging and memorable, especially for children. By weaving knowledge into narratives, we can capture the imagination and inspire curiosity. Storytelling is also great for creating memorable experiences. Stories that resonate emotionally are more likely to be remembered and shared, leaving a lasting impact. A well-told story can stay with us for years, shaping our beliefs and values. It is a tool that can be used to inform, persuade, and inspire. How to tell an engaging story. First, you want to start strong. You want to hook your audience. Begin with something captivating. And then you want to set the scene. You want to paint a vivid picture. You want to pretend that your audience is there with you. Second, you want to develop characters. You want to make them relatable, give your characters depth and personality traits that resonate with your audience. Third, you want to build suspense. Create anticipation. Tease the climax of your story. Use pacing. Vary the speed of your storytelling to build attention. Lastly, you want to end with impact. Tie up loose ends, resolve the conflicts, and provide closure. You want to leave a lasting impression. End with a powerful message or a thought-provoking question. Lastly, I want to leave you with some of my favorite examples of good storytellers. First is Nate Bargatze. He is an excellent example of a comedian who excels at storytelling. His style is characterized by dry observational humor, where he takes seemingly mundane experiences and turns them into hilarious anecdotes. He tells relatable stories and is often drawing experiences from his own life to create relatable stories for his audience. His detailed descriptions paint vivid pictures of his words, allowing the audience to fully immerse themselves into his stories. He expertly paces his stories, building tension and delivering punchlines at the perfect moment. He's honest and vulnerable and isn't afraid to share personal stories. Second is J.K. Rowling. She is undoubtedly one of the most successful and influential storytellers of our time. Her creation of Harry Potter series has captivated millions of readers worldwide, transcending age and cultural barriers. She builds worlds and created a richly detailed, immersive, magical world that feels both familiar and fantastical. She has compelling characters, and she engages her plots. Her stories are filled with suspense, mystery, and adventure. She masterfully weaves together subplots and foreshadowing, keeping readers hooked until the very end.
Storytelling is more than just sharing events that individuals encounter, experience, imagine, or witness. It can be defined as the art of conveying a narrative to connect, educate, and inspire. It's a universal practice from the ancient traditions of passing stories around the campfire to modern tales told through film and social media. Stories have the power to make us understand the world, our emotions, and each other. Now, as we dive in, take this into consideration. Why do stories resonate so deeply with us? This question will guide us on our journey today. There are several different types of storytelling. Oral storytelling, such as folklore and tradition passed on by word of mouth. Think of the stories that have come from your grandparents. There's written storytelling. This type of storytelling moves from novels to blogs, giving much more detail and reflection. Visual storytelling, like films and photography, draw us in with images like those in the Marvel movies. And digital storytelling. Digital storytelling integrates text, visuals, and audio, as in the cases of social media, campaigns, and podcasts. What makes a story memorable? Various elements can make a story good or bad. Storytelling is an art. Lacking the basic elements that make the art appealing can obscure it. Some elements that make storytelling good include composing a story or employing techniques such as a clear conflict buildup, a satisfying resolution, emotional appeal that sticks with the audience, and relatable characters that draw the audience in. On the contrary, a bad storytelling approach lacks structure, characters we cannot connect to, and lack of clear purpose that disengages the audience. Crafting a story that captivates. Telling an engaging story is a trip you take your audience on. A hook is where it begins, just like Once Upon a Time, or even something as strong as a statement. Then, create tension by adding challenges or emotions that keep them involved with the story. Third is the climax, the hinge on which everything balances. And lastly, end with a clear resolution or takeaway that leaves the audience satisfied or inspired. By following this flow, your story will be more memorable but impactful. As I conclude, why do you think stories matter? Stories matter because they are of great significance in educating, keeping history, retaining cultural artifacts, initiating social change, and others. As Steve Jobs mentioned, we should embrace storytelling because of its numerous impacts on individuals and the culture community at large. If you were to craft your own story today, what story would you tell?